Welcome back, guys. At the end of this video, you should know how to draw this orthographic projection in AutoCAD. The first thing to do would be first step would be to draw a line, a L. Use polyline, PL, and draw a L. Equivalent this length by that length. The next step would be to offset this line at a distance of this value. So offset. So 2 would be offset. Offset to get this. So the second step would be to use polyline, PL polyline. Second step would be to offset this to get that. Third step would be to draw a line to draw here and here. That is done. The fourth step would be to use circle 2P. Circle 2P to draw a circle here. And I would use this circle 2P to draw a circle here to get the distance here. Circle 2P, and this distance would be 20. So what I'm doing, or what you could do, you could draw a line here. You could draw, you could use XL. If I use XL, you could use XL, or circle 2P to get that, or we could use XL, or XL, which is construction line, XL horizontal, and I would draw a horizontal line. Draw a horizontal line here. Horizontal line here. Then I would offset this by 20. Offset this by 20. But probably I would use circle 2P, circle with 2 points at a distance of 20 millimeters. Yeah. The fifth step would be to draw a rectangle. Rectangle equivalent to the length. What you could do as well, you could draw a line from here at 4 here. You could also draw a line from this point down 20 millimeters to get this point, or draw a line here. What we want to do is to establish this distance here. To establish this distance. So this is step 4. And this distance should be 20 millimeters. So we'll establish this distance. The next step would be to draw a rectangle, or we could draw a line. We draw a line here. Draw a line from here. Draw it. Well, I would draw a rectangle. REC. Length equal the length times the width. Draw a rectangle. The length of this by the width. Yeah. We could then move this in place, then move. And I would use here as the base point. And I would move this in place to here. Move it to here. Move it to this spot right here. Move it to here. Then I would use use either move. We could then use XL. Construct XL is construction line. XL horizontal, XL vertical. XL vertical. Then touch here, touch this point here, touch this point here to get a vertical line here. To get a vertical line here. Then trim, then trim. Then trim to remove the excess there. Now we could then use to get this arc here, we could use tan. We'd use tan. Use tan circle. Circle tan. Circle tan. And you then touch this line, touch to get that right there. Yeah. I would then, number 10, I would then draw a rectangle, or use multi-line, or rectangle, rectangle, REC, rectangle, and I would use rectangle, and I would draw a rectangle, then move rectangle, click here as the base point here, move and drop it, drop it right here, then trim, rectangle. So task number 11 would be to rectangle, then move, it using here as the base point, then drop it here, then trim, then trim out the middle right here. That would have been done. So this 2 pieces would have been done. Yeah. Now on to 13. I would then draw this line, and I would use a line from here, from this point here, draw a line from here, down at minus line, at minus 45 degrees, line at minus 45 degrees, from this point, to get that line down here, to get this line. Then I would use rectangle. This is an advanced technique. Typically, person will draw a line here and then bring them up, line here, but my techniques are advanced. I have discovered some newer technique that I can use to get it much faster. So I would use rectangle, and I would click here as my start point, come here and track it from here out to this line to get my first point, and this will generate a rectangle. Right there, and here's my start point. I would then go back to rectangle, spacebar to rectangle, and I would come click here, or I would go up here, click here, track this point, create a nice rectangle there, point there, to get a rectangle for that. Yeah, so I'll create, or next thing I could get the center first. I could draw a rectangle from here, get the center from here to this center, from the center to the center. So I'd click here to here to get a rectangle here. Or I could go the traditional way and draw a line from here for line XL here and one up to get the center. Once I have the center, I could then draw this rectangle or draw this line across. Or I could extend the line here and then draw the rectangle here from it. Yeah, could be done several ways. But so I would draw this rectangle, draw a rectangle from here to here. So, but the purpose of this, the purpose of these lines is to establish the rectangle. Yes, to establish the rectangle. So I draw it from here to this point right here to get the rectangle. I'll then pick it to get that. Once you have that rectangle, I'm gonna erase some of this. Alright, probably I should. Now that you have the rectangle, 14 rectangle, I would 15. I would use Tantan radius, circle, Tantan radius, touch to get that. Then trim out inside here. Then trim. Trim out this piece right here. I would then use XL, horizontal, touch right here to get this line right here, to get this line here. Then I would draw this, then I would trim, to remove that part of it. So this would be my this. I would then use circle, to get this circle, to get the center of circle right here. And once I've done that, I would could use a rectangle again to get this, or I could draw a line here and then up, line here and up to get this piece right here. Or you could look up, you would know this distance. Just draw a rectangle. Could even draw a rectangle, or draw a line here, then offset it. Draw a line here, then offset it. Line, then offset to get that. And that is basically 20 steps that you use to draw this. This and that are basically the same thing. So I wouldn't bother to go through that process. For this, to get this part right here, you would use XL, touch here, to get this. Then you redraw over that using your in detail line to get this piece right here. Yep.